Hello beautiful people, welcome back to your Tribe Before You Buy channel. This is your host Karamullah Kadwani. I apologize for the delay in kind of getting back on track with my reviews, but inshallah I hope I'm here to stay. A lot of times you let other people sink in, you let the negativity kind of sink in, and some people just have it in them to get the worst out of you. It's okay. Uh, this is the world we live in. This is the life as is, come what may. You need to kind of not be affected by all the negativity and comments or kind of jealousies uh, coming from the people around you. You must hold your own, and for that it's very important to be at a good point of contact with the creator, whoever you believe the creator may be. um, well, so much for getting the introduction done and giving you a reason as to why I might have been away for some time. um, I do apologize, as already stated. Hopefully, a lot of reviews coming up this year, and hope it brings a lot of happiness and prosperity for us all watching this video today. Today I'll be reviewing a fragrance I hold very close to my heart, and was watching. I was actually waiting on posting this review, as I didn't want to fall short of its stature. The perfume, as you might already know or might have seen, comes from my top favorite brands. Despite what some viewers might be telling you, you can't let a house overview make you stop from trying fragrances, or price points for that matter. I guess it is more of a dressed up formal way, for which I'm dressed up. But like we say, wear whatever you want, whenever you want, and by whoever. Perfumes do not have, or not should not have, gender bias. Uh, it can be worn by anyone at any time, at any point, any weather, any place they deem wearing the perfume. Uh, and so, however, I think it's a very dressed up fragrance and should be enjoyed by both men and women alike. Longevity on this, so I'll tell you a story. I always have a story to tell, and so my videos are these long format kind of videos that I like to do, because I like to communicate with you and give you a background of sometimes you wearing a fragrance might not exactly give you a proper idea of the longevity or the sillage, or unless someone compliments you. So this is exactly what happened. We were going out for a dinner, a formal event. I and my wife Noreen were going out for a dinner, and we dressed up, and I usually like spraying on perfumes for her. One of the other top choices, I may say, is Zerjoff Pico Via Dama. It's a beautiful fragrance, very opulent, very rich. This time, however, I asked her to try Parfums De La Nuit 3 from Roja Perfumes, and I was wearing Parfum De La Nuit 1 because that's, I mean, I like both the fragrances, but that's more, I guess, masculine leaning as compared to Perfumes De La Nuit 3, which is quite neutral. Both parties may wear it. All the Perfume De La Nuit 1, if a woman wants, can totally pull it off that way. So a neighbor came and she hugged Noreen and she left, and we left for dinner. We came back, we kind of changed into our nightwear, and a couple of days later, about a week, maybe 5 days, she comes in again, and she's like, "What was the perfume you were wearing that day?" Bhabhi. Bhabhi means sister-in-law, and she considers me her brother, and I do consider her my younger sister. and she's a very mashallah cute, humble person. And so she says, "What perfume are you wearing?" And I told her, I said, "It's Roja Perfumes De La Nuit 3. What's the matter? You didn't like it?" And she said, "No, I loved it. I went to sleep wearing the same clothes that I hugged Bobby in. I woke up the next day, it was still there. We washed the clothes, it still remained." So I guess that speaks for the longevity on the perfume that we are talking about today. Projection is moderate. I wouldn't say it projects like beast mode, a term that we so often use in perfumery, at least to my nose. Sillage is massive though. The trail and the longevity is next to none. I shall also be telling you something about this fragrance no other reviewers have yet. So let me take this window to tell you a little about the Parfum De La Nuit collection. They have 3 fragrances in this line. That's Parfum De La Nuit 1, 2 and 3. Parfum De La Nuit 1 being the predator, as Roger Dove has stated it to be, and is my favorite from the collection. Parfums De La Nuit 2 is the seducer and yet to acquire, so we will talk about this some other day. Parfums De La Nuit 3 is the exoticist. So I see a lot of people, reviewers, kind of maybe 1 or 2 genuine and the others just falling in the bandwagon, stating that they thought it was the exorcist, and that wouldn't have been a bad name though. But here's a little blurb from Roja on the collection. Here's what he says, yeah. So for all 3 perfumes, he calls them scents for seduction, and this blurb was posted by Roja himself on the 1st of February 2022. He says, "With the arrival of Valentine's Day comes the usual romantic imagery of flowers and chocolates. But here at Roja Perfumes, we know there is more to this holiday than meets the eye. Processed in the most primitive part of the brain, odors stimulate our synapses and release hormones which govern our body's reaction. Even without realizing what we are smelling, we become attracted to each other's pheromones and choice of fragrance because it is an unavoidable animal instinct. If you smell the right scent on someone, you'll subconsciously find them more attractive. This is how the perfume acts, like a silent accomplice. Something we wear to create a spark of attraction between us and another." The perfumer's insight on Parfums De La Nuit 3, he says, "Desire calls when darkness falls." So he says the Parfums De La Nuit collection explores the way in which our true primal urges rarely surface during the day, yet can emerge from the shadows as the sun goes down. The overtly sensual set of scents allows us to explore the inner desires lurking within us all by bringing seductive characteristics into olfactive technicolor. These are forbidden fragrances of the perfume world. Number 3, exoticist. It is that person you see across a darkened room who is unlike anyone you have ever seen before. The otherworldly figure is so compelling that in a near hypnotic state you find yourself compelled towards them. PDLN3 was introduced 9 years ago. This has the potential of making it to the top list of Roja perfumes for all the connoisseurs alike. It is a fragrance that showcases the best use of the cumin note in perfumery, period. Launched in 2015, the nose behind all the fragrances with the house of Roja is Mr. Roger Dove himself. The price for this perfume is 4,800 dirhams for 100 ml. Top notes, bergamot and artemisia. Heart notes, rose de mai and cistus. The base notes are cardamom, cumin, patchouli, saffron, cypriol, gardenium balsam, cedarwood, sandalwood, styrax, labdanum, ambergris, leather, guyakwood, juniper, amyris, benzoin and frankincense. Bergamot, I shall get into the notes breakdown, I suppose, in another video for those who might be interested, because this is going to be a long video, rather long video, and I don't necessarily want to delve into half an hour of explaining what the notes and the notes, the facets, the different facets that the notes will bring to you. But I shall do another video on this and cover all the notes and the different facets that they bring to this beautiful composition. So you start off pretty quick as this fragrance opens. However, as is true with all other Roja fragrances, the base is where it truly shines, if you could not already tell by the notes. If sex had a smell you could capture in a bottle, this is what I define it as. Of course, there are a few niche artisanal houses that have actually captured the smell of sex and bodily secretions, etc. in a bottle, but we won't get into those today. So if you remember, I mentioned cistus in the heart and labdanum in the base, and I for the longest time ever thought these were the same, but they are not, in which labdanum refers to the absolute, which comes from the plant or flowers, and cistus refers to the oil from the same. Perks of diving deep into fragrances is that you learn something new every day, and so while trying to bring to you the whole experience with this fragrance, this is what I have learned today. So there's a lot going on with this fragrance, and though vanilla is not mentioned in the notes, there's a sweetness running throughout the life of the fragrance, which can be attributed to the use of benzoin, which has undertones of vanilla to start with. Starts off quick with the bergamot and artemisia, but jumps straight into rose and benzoin, which brings about an intoxicating sweetness alongside cistus, giving it those ambery undertones. It cannot be defined as a rosy fragrance, however, in which rose acts, in this fragrance, in this composition, rose acts as a bridge to some of the other notes and brings about this air of coolness and an otherwise balsamic and resinous composition. This yin and yang thing in perfumery, like I've always said, there has to be a balance, and this is an exemplary composition. This for me is mostly a leather fragrance, but it's not in by any means a harsh animalic leather, rather a very smooth, dry and sexy experience. The rose complements the leather ever so elegantly and gets smoky with the frankincense. Also aromatic, spicy with saffron, cumin, cardamom and other spicy notes mentioned. Also the note of saffron further accentuates the note of leather. As I've earlier mentioned, there's a hint of sweetness with the rose and benzoin, but the cumin kind of balances it off with this rather sexy muskiness and keeps making an appearance time to time. Not coming off as body odor, B-O, apologize for using that word, but some people may refer to the note of cumin as coming off as body odor like. Other perfume, the dirty little secret that I did want to share with you is another perfume that would remind you of, it kind of reminds me of the perfume we just discussed. Is from the house of Fragrance du Bois, and the name of the perfume is Secret Trysts. Comes from the Lovers collection, which also has a total of 3 fragrances, much like Roja. Secret Trysts came out at a rather apt time for such a release, in which it launched around Valentine's Day 2022, which also makes me think that it could be inspired by Parfums De La Nuit 3. So the 3 perfumes I think fall into this collection are Cavort, C-A-V-O-R-T, Lovers and Secret Trysts. We shall be discussing my favorite perfume though, that's Secret Tryst. The bottle does say Pour Homme, Pour Femme, which I shall later show you in the presentation for the same. And though we believe on this channel anyone may wear anything they so desire, any place, any time of the year, one of the best releases of the year 2022 and this is actually how much I wore on it in the first month. First month or two, I suppose. I think, I'm sorry, I might as well do away with the presentation. So it comes in this beautiful box. I'm not sure if you're able to see it because I am a little further off from the camera, but I'll do that for you. And so that's the front of the box. The back of the box has some writings and details. You open the box like so, and it kind of comes in this velvet black cloth that completely utterly suits the fragrance. That's the bottle that you're looking at, and it comes in this red velvet cloth. Not very similar to Roja perfumes, but then again it's pretty it's a very pretty box and presentation. That's how the bottle looks, and this is how much I wore of the fragrance in the first month itself. I do love this fragrance, and we'll quickly pop that off. So you have secret wrist on the revolving platform.